What's up guys, it's your boy Park coming to you from my YouTube channel. So this week I wanted to talk to you about how I created my Eno Hammock Spec Commercial. So I put out a video about the word spec, so if you don't know what that word means, check it out, give a little bit of advice on that and why it should be your best friend, especially if you're starting out as a filmmaker. Today I want to go into a little more detail about that video I created, about that commercial. Right now I'm going to play that video for you, you'll watch it and then you'll come back and we'll talk through it. So I hope you enjoy. Hang wherever. I hope you liked that commercial. If you haven't seen it before, it was super fun to put together. And so that only took me about a few hours to put together and shoot and edit. So I shot that Sunday afternoon. I just got my Sigma lens. I was like, I gotta go out and shoot something with this lens. Oh. And so we went out, my wife wanted to hammock, so we went to the lake nearby and we hammocked there. I just kind of took shots of her. I knew I wanted to put together a video of some sorts and I knew I wanted to kind of make some type of commercial, but I didn't really come in with like a game plan of a story. And I knew I wanted to make something quick, fast paced. And as I kept shooting and formulating this idea, I realized as much as these shots are so cool, what's going to make or break this spec commercial is the sound design. I need to make sure that the sound is on point because that is really what I'm going to emphasize in this video. Sure, these shots are cool, kind of going in real quick, doing some whips and all that, I don't even know, some focus pulls, that's the word. Every shot I knew was gonna have to really emphasize sound to move this commercial forward. And so what might surprise you is all of that sound basically in that spec commercial is completely dubbed over. You're probably thinking, well, Parker, how in the world did you go about recording all of that phenomenal audio that you have in your spec script? All of that phenomenal audio in your spec video? Well, I didn't.
What?
Yeah, so if you don't know, one of my favorite places to go, especially to get sounds, is freesound.org or freesounds.org. I don't remember which one it is. Type both into your URL and one will send you there and the other won't. Hopefully it doesn't give you a virus. But if it does, that would suck. Yeah, that would really suck. I don't really know. I don't have anything to say to you for that. Don't. Go to the right one, Google. Go to Google and then type in free sound and then it'll be the top thing. That's what I do. Anyways, that website is a phenomenal place to go find all different types of sound effects for free downloads. All you gotta do is make sure, I mean, if you're not creating commercial products or anything like that, you can go about using whatever you want on there. When you're searching, on the right-hand side, there's a little 0 button with Creative Commons license, and so if you hit that button, it adds onto your search and it gives you all the options on the website for the specific sound effect you're searching for that is completely free to use without attributing credit to anyone else. It's just out there in the public domain. And so that's really important. You don't want to go onto a sound effects website or a sound website or anything in general and take something and use it as your own that isn't yours, that was created by someone else.
Oh, what a beautiful copywritten day. I hope I don't do anything illegal today.
Yeah. Some creators, all they want is for you to attribute them in the credits and in the comment section. So you just put a little link to where they create their page and where they create their sounds and stuff like that, which is not a big deal if you really like fall in love with the sound and want to do it. But I really try and stay with not having to deal with that and just doing everything in the public domain. And so that's what this commercial uses, is sounds from there. So freesounds.org, check it out. You can find just about any type of sound effect that you want. I did struggle with the idea of like finding specific sounds for what I needed. So that first shot where she's sliding the rope through the other loop, that's actually a sound effect of a person rubbing or sliding their arm on a table. So what you got to do when you're creating these videos, especially when you're doing sound design on your own and creating sounds, and also if you're just looking it up online, you have to get creative. It's not always going to be as easy as typing in the exact sound of what you want and finding it. Ropes pulling together, I think, was the first thing I looked for, and I was like, this is not gonna work at all. Like, what? So
good work, Anakin. Now, kill him.
that's important, to get creative with looking for sounds and for creating sounds, because you never know what's going to come from something totally unique. I would have never thought that sliding your arm like that could create a sound that would kind of work, you know, in our minds for pulling a rope, you know, a hammock strap. All right, I think we're back on. I think the lav mic is working again, so that's awesome. So I totally lost my train of thought. I know I was really going somewhere with that at the end. But yeah. So moving forward in the video, like I said, the one shot where she's pulling the hammock out, you kind of hear that little fabric kind of going on each other, kind of, that whatever is actually the raw audio and stuff. The next one is with the hammock flapping in the wind. So there's a wind sound effect on that. And then also I ended up using clothing hangers flying in the wind, a sound effect using that. So that sound is not the hammock whipping. It's actually someone who went out and recorded their clothes that were on a hanging line. They were flapping in the wind. Again, not the first place I went to look for a sound effect like that, but going down the rabbit hole, I eventually found that, and I think it worked perfectly. The next one is actually the focal pull. And so the sound effect I use for that, and you're probably not gonna guess this one even if you tried, and I have no idea how I ended up finding this, but I was like, this really works, is that is a recording of a glass on like a wooden table, and they're just sliding it across the table. And so now that I said that, you probably hear, I'm gonna play the sound effect for you. Like, how obvious is that? But it worked really well. And I think when I was just looking through sound effects, I found that sound effect and I was like, that's a really cool sound. I'm gonna download that and just save it and see if it works somewhere. So I wasn't even looking specifically for that shot. And that's another big thing. When you come across the cool sound that you feel like you could use somewhere potentially in the future, download it, stick it in your sound effects folder. You never know when you might go in there, pull it out and use it and have the perfect use for it. Get that in your arsenal. Keep it there, keep it in your back pocket, and whip it out when you need it.
What?
So yeah, moving forward in the video, we also have a shot with the sunglasses. That's my favorite shot in the entire spec commercial, and I was like, I gotta put this in here. I think it's such a fun shot. Just put a little bird sound effect underneath that. Her tying her shoes, we used, kind of amplified the water sounds because you can actually see the water really well in that shot. So kind of just bumping that up with the wind. And then the shot with her ear, you have kind of this spooky wind howling riser effect that I went with that cuts out and then ends up in a wide shot with super peaceful serenity of like kind of just a park. And that's it. So basically I created the spec commercial. I didn't even have a game plan going in. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get test footage and was able to create this. And you can do that too. Like, you could do whatever you want and create a commercial. Just get creative with it, you know? Get your shots and find a compelling way to tell some type of story, even if it's as small as putting up a hammock and really experiencing the sounds of the environment. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about how important sound is, about creating a spec commercial, and just getting out there and shooting. Create, do whatever it takes to create and get your name out there. My name is Parker Bonner, and I appreciate you being with me. Like, comment, subscribe. I will read them all. I might even comment on a few of you lucky ones. Little lucky ones. But anyways, yeah, appreciate it so much. Till next time, guys. You ain't nothing but a subscriber. liking all the time. You ain't nothing but a subscriber, liking all the time. Hit that subscribe button right now, like this video.